What up, people? It's your boy Master Julia out here with another comic review. So, if you're wondering what that might be in the background, if you can hear, it's just the heater on. Pretty cool. So, I just want to warm myself up. But anyway, got Suicide Squad number 3. I never reviewed the previous Rebirth Suicide Squad and when it ended in 50 issues, but they brought it back. Tom Taylor's been writing it, and I've got to say, he's done a very good job on this series so far. It's 3 issues in, but I'm very intrigued at where it goes. It's like there's just something about DC that brings out Tom Taylor's very good writing style. Not a fan of his X-Men stuff, so I wasn't a fan of X-Men Red, but that's neither here nor there. That's the past is the past, and I think he's doing a good job here. So let's get into it. So last issue I reviewed, the Suicide Squad was sent in with these captured revolutionaries to assassinate a president and then install one of the choosing by this man named Locke. And so he's been killed, and basically Osita, which is her name right here, basically tells Deadshot to keep quiet. So Deadshot decides to play along and saying that it was an ambush, Locke. They knew we were coming. Their soldiers are down. Osito was shot, and he's like, will the president make it? And, of course, he got shot in the head, so he's like, nah, I doubt it. And said he has a big hole where he should have a skull and brain matter. And, of course, Locke is not pleased at all. Art by Bruno Redondo, which I think is not bad. And he said Locke is still just angry. It's a whole page of him just cursing. So he's acting, okay, I want to punish them. Show me the button that punishes them, basically. So guy slams it, and of course all of the electrical wirings that are in their skulls offers to torture them. Just getting tortured. Everybody's just getting tortured. So Team A, which consists of Jog, Chaos Kitten, Thylacine, and Deadly Six, and Harley Quinn. And Harley's like, yeah, we can hear the whole thing. And he's like, yeah, I want you all to hear it. I want you to know the cost of your failure. And Harley's like, right, so what do you want us to do? You want us to turn around? And she's like, seems like there's no point in killing somebody without somebody to install. So he's like, no, you're still going to do the job, you're going to go in there, and you're going to kill the president quietly. So my guy, Harley's like saying, yo, you guys asleep? And, it's just pretty much small banter, but it's pretty organic. And Harley's like, these guys are like, we don't want to talk to you. And Harley's like, yeah, well, we killed your friends and whatnot, so yeah, I get that you don't want to talk to me. So this guy, Deadly Six, they have a pretty good conversation like that. It's like, Jog is fast, but only in short bursts. His power uses a lot of energy. He has to conserve it. By napping? I'm saying, well, sure, we're just sitting on the couch with snacks and some trashy bingeable television. It's like, so you're happy to talk to me? I know where blame lies and where to focus my anger. Say, what's the deal with the unbuttoned shirt? Does your power include lack of fine motor skills? It's like the dial allows me to trigger one of the 6 deadly sins of my targets. And Harley's like, well, there's only 7 deadly sins. Sure, but weaponizing lust would be icky. So he's like, yeah, I'm not about that. Nah. So at the presidential palace, the troops are out, and they're about to get ready. Deadly Six gets on the ground, and he just decides to weaponize Sloth, make him lazy. Jog gets into action, and he goes in, takes down the opposition. Quickly, he's no Flash, but he can move well. So, opposition's down, and pretty much Thyson is like, Chaos Kitten, and I will find a way in. It's like, I'll go with you. It's like, no, we'll deal with any pilot scars quietly. You don't strike me as someone who does anything quietly. So what should I do? Pretty sure you're only here as part of the establishment to keep an eye on us. And this guy's like, good luck keeping an eye on us. And Harley's like, I'm part of the establishment? She's like, do you know who I am? I'm Harley Quinn. And she's like, oh, where'd they go? The Batman. Then we get King Shark and this guy named Finn. And he pretty much says that Locke is like Finn Shark. There's a stormwater tunnel leading to the sea half a mile to the west of you. Join Team B there and then head to the palace. And so Finn here is telepathic, and he's like telling King Shark, like, hey, he's like, I've been thinking about what my brother would he want, and he wouldn't want this fighting to continue. I don't agree, and no one was closer to your brother than I was because King Shark killed him. I think it's time I gave your tooth back. And he like stabs him. He's like, down here, no one can hear you scream. There's a lot of blood in the water, so of course he brings in some sharks, and they start biting. He's like, no, stop. We can work this out. Stop commanding them. Stop. It's like, please, I can't command fish, but I can act very nicely. And so the sharks start coming and devour King Shark, saying, are you in my head? Good. I want you to see this through my eyes. And so he's seeing himself get devoured. And we just see these little funny things like, thank you. And just taps the shark, and my shark is like, yeah, yeah, we kill him for you. And so they find out that King Shark is dead. It's like, Finn, can you hear me? Or the shark. He's not King Shark. It's like the shark. It's like, what? Finn, can you hear me? He's underwater. He can't respond. Maybe we should abort this mission. And you still see his hands are pretty much messy. But the guy's face right here is like, yo, boss man, we gotta end this mission. He's like, no, this goes ahead. Deadshot, if your team's not already moving, get moving. And Deadshot's like, you electrocuted us, man. We can't get up. Meet the others at the palace. Kill the president and get out. Do something right. Then we see Osita and the rest of the revolutionaries are, well, Finn joins them. And the guy's like this, where's the shark? It's like he was eaten. Do you have proof of that? No, but I was too busy swimming away from the feeding frenzy. It's the sea. Things get eaten. So Finn is a telepath, of course, and so he connects everybody telepathically. And Wink, right here, they're wondering what to do with Deadshot, whether they should kill him. And Finn is looking at him saying he's scared. It's like, what? And this guy, I think his name is, the Airy. That's his name. It's like, of course he's scared. He's a prisoner. He's been trapped in this life for who knows how long. His freedom and humanity have been stripped away, and he has been used as a disposable tool by faceless uncaring masters. Floyd spent years being against nightmares, and he's probably expecting to die. And so the guy's like, well, what's going on? So they decide to trust Deadshot, and they link him telepathically. And so he pretty much just said, look, what's going on? And Osita explains, hey, Task Force S isn't what you think. It may have been once, but the power has shifted dangerously. I can get you out, but there's work to do first. So what happens now? We head to the palace. So to finish the job, so all the teams converge, and they cleared a path. We mostly cleared a path to the president's panic room, but we couldn't crack the door. You okay? Sure. No one died. Just things got a little punchy. Jesse, Harley, can you guard the gate? Why me? You're the only one I trust. That's interesting. Well, yeah, these two have been through a lot. Of course, he trusts Harley Quinn. Interestingly enough, so they get to the panic room. Say, Jog, I guess you have one more verse before nap time. Yeah, I guess. So he just vibrates his hand, destroys the machine, destroys the doors. The president's like, please spare me. It's like, and Deadshot's like, hey, sorry, it's a job. And then he tells Locke it's done. He tells him to get out. Don't speak. Just use your mind. You. And so this is his mother. So he must be weak. I'm sorry we couldn't meet under better circumstances. So I guess this is her son meeting his girl. So yeah, when making a first impression with your partner's mother, it's best to avoid being sent to assassinate. It's like you have to go into hiding, Mom. Do you understand? If my opponent gains control, he's been taken care of. Sorry, President Mishra. You've done wonderful things for your nation, but you're going to have to be dead for a while. Better than being dead forever. Thank you. So we see that in Task Force X now, the revolutionaries are heading back to base, and they're all now on the same page, at least for now, saying, I want to say to all of you that I'm sorry. I'm sorry for what happened to Scale and Javier. I thought we were dealing with Amanda Waller. She's a monster, but she's a competent monster with a code. Locke is a clearly inexperienced psychopath. So she thought that, well, I don't know whether you can say Amanda Waller has a code, per se, but she's definitely a little bit much more predictable, if not predictable. At least you know how to deal with her, or you can at least bargain with Amanda Waller. So they're in the Suicide Squad. So, but we're in now. We can take them down from the inside. We can find out who Locke is actually working for. And Deathstroke is like, I mean, Deadshot is like, not Deathstroke, Deadshot. It's like, well, he works for the government. It's no, it's like, it's like, there's no question that he is. And he's like, no, he's not. What are you talking about? Task Force X has been taken over internally. Locke serves masters. They're not concerned with saving the world. They're using Task Force X as a blunt weapon for for their own interests. Some blunter than others. And Deadshot's like, watch it. The Suicide Squad has had a hostile takeover, which is interesting. We know that Amanda Waller was forcibly pushed out of leading Task Force X. So who's had a hand in that? Which means that Locke took over, and he has a call. And he understands that both the presidents have been reported as murder, and so it's still a failure in the eyes of his boss. And so his boss is like, you screwed up. He's like, we have bad intelligence. It's like, are you blaming me? No. It's like, be careful, Locke. You promised you could control these people. This whole thing was sloppy and rushed. You want the Justice League's attention? Do you want Batman around us? And he's like, no, I don't. You're going to have to be punished. And my guy's like, yeah, I understand. So he gets electrocuted, basically. And he's a pawn in all of this as well. And so we see in the next issue that Boomerang comes back. So where do I want to stop this? Yeah, right here. Like where the whole team is. Bam. This is a good issue. I like it. I like that they're trying something new with the Suicide Squad, that the Suicide Squad itself has no longer what it was of just hiring convicts to do covert operations. It's evolved into an even greater organization that has been eternally corrupted by another force that nobody knows. And I think that's very interesting. So, Tom Taylor's got a very compelling story in his hands. I think he's doing a good job, and I wish him even more success on this series. So, thank y'all for watching. Oh, 8 out of 10, by the way, I give this. So thank y'all for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe, and hit the notifications. Hit the bell so you get all the notifications. Once again, I do these reviews for you, the people. Just want to discuss good comics and get your views on them. Thank y'all for watching, and I hope to have more videos up when I can. Peace.